All right, 10:31 here. 2 hours into the day. All right, watching the 2 hour and watching the 1 hour here. I'm gonna change that over to the 30. There you go. I'm gonna shut down that overnight a little bit. All right. So watching the 2 hour, and there's your new 30 right back inside with your new 60s. All right, coming back inside. So got some actionable signals here. 2-1. How you want to play it from here now? They've already made a pretty good move to the downside. All right, they are stuck right in the middle. Can't get out of this pattern. All right, see this on this daily? This is a real wreck. All right, so 2-2 down, just trying to get back in, stay inside yesterday's business. Basically, is all that the spy's trying to do right now. All right. Again, we're getting support. We're getting. Hold on a second. So we're getting a little bit of support here around this 661 in handle. All right. On my number, that's at 660. 55, 660, 55, coming back down on that number. All right. So we'll see below there. Then we drop down below 649 if we start to break down from there. All right. Or 654. I'm sorry, 25. All right. So here's what we got. All right. 2-1 inside. Here's your 30. We'll see if any of these actionable signals can do anything here to try to turn things around either freaking way at this point. Qs. All right. Same pattern. Still stuck in the same pattern. Can't get out. All right. This has been completely. This is why the markets have been completely stalled out across the board. Now we got Nvidia sitting near the highs. We got Palantir sitting near the highs, and we got Amazon down. All right, trying to fight back here right now, and a 2-2 coming back up inside there. All right, triple Qs. All right, so here's your actionables. There's your signal on your actionables right now on your 2 hour and on your 30. All right, so wait to see how this is going to shake out. Again, I don't know how we're going to get out of this. I have no idea how to get out of that. All right, I really don't. I don't see the door that gets us out of this. Look at this thing, just completely chopping, coming back inside again. All right, so embrace. All right, embrace. They will start to go one way or another here soon. I think they got the threat of the government closing. It's like this isn't our first rodeo with this business either. I mean, we've been shutting down the government for years. All right. So I mean, we should not be fretting this. The government will open, and then now you got the guy in the White House threatening to fire everybody who works for the government if the Democrats don't play ball and sign the piece of paper. That's what we got. All right. The only way to get things done is by doing it by threats. All right. And that's just the way, and both parties are both equal to doing it. So that's just the way it goes. So we are the victim of it, and it has to be played out in social media because otherwise it just doesn't get any wind, and the flag won't wave. All right. So that's my rant for the day on that one. All right, my sudsies are coming back up here with the futures acting like garbage. So they got that 2-2 pattern just opposite. You see this on the suds on the daily? They're exactly the opposite of what the SPY is on the other side in our red. All right, so I don't see how this is going to break just as much as I don't see how the SPY is going to break to the upside either there. All right, so maybe with this flip here on some actionable signals, we'll see if anything moves. Who's been moving pretty good here? I gotta say, man, Walmart pretty decent today. All right, Walmart's up 64 cents. Okay, it's not screaming, but it's 2-2 up on the day, and it's holding up. All right, got an actionable signal in the inside now, so we'll see if anything can come out of that. I think Walmart's got more room potential, but again, being stalled out with the whole market, you got to be the real champ to show up in this market and make a move. TJ Maxx, I think this one bold as hell, man. All right, 2-2 up, beautiful day up again with the week up, going for the highs of the year. All right, TJ Maxx, stick with this guy. All right, he's moving. All right, I'm not saying you should be buying it up here. You wait for this thing to pull in a little bit and you see if you can get something going. All right, so on your 60 right there. All right, there's your 2 hour. That's a nice move. All right, TJ Maxx a little better there. I'm looking at Oracle and I'm like, okay, when are we going to get out of this mess that we're in here? No sign of anything. Nobody coming to save you. All right, shooter down on the month now and 3-2 down on the week. All right, so 80% of gappers. 80% of them get filled, so this one looks like it wants to come back down. That's still a little bit of a haul, I gotta say. All right, 243 is a lot more to the downside to get that thing to move. All right. Healthcare is a little better today. I think maybe this is becoming maybe a little bit of a safe haven here. Maybe. I'm not saying that. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. Well, 2-2 on the week here, holding up pretty decently. The months and the quarters aren't right yet. They're just get a new time frame tomorrow, folks. All right, so we'll get a better idea of what the new month is going to look like. All right, and the new quarter. All right, so and we're ones here, actionable signal on the quarter. All right, so we're looking for that 2-1-2. It's going to be a 2-1-1 back inside somewhere in there. See if they can get better. All right, Johnny John is really trying to get out of that groove that we've been in here. Now 3-1 back inside. Johnny John's looking really good here. All right, this thing is this 5-year pattern. I've shown you this a bunch of times now. This is straight 5 years. All right, chop, chop, chop from where my lines are drawn right here to there. That is it. All right, so this has been chopping for 5 straight years, and she looks like she wants to get out. All right, so you keep an eye on Johnny John. Johnny John's acting pretty good today. All right, so that one is a better one here. It just took a reversal on a 30 coming back up on your Johnson and Johnson. All right, so that one I like that Johnny John the way it's moving here, and I think healthcare is holding up pretty good today. All right, XLV's holding up pretty good as well. All right, so there you go. We got that. We got Nike's going to report today after the close, and Nike's gone back into its hole where you belong. 2-1 back inside on the week. 2-2 down on the month. Shooter down on the quarter. She's going to report today. Been beat down. You know, they're going to say that they're going to spice it up and make it look blah, blah, blah. All right. The bottom line is that you're losing market share, Nike, and you need to wake the hell up, all right? Do whatever you got to do to get this thing turned around. All right, so we'll see that. I got energies popping up here slightly as we talk here. Yuko coming back up on the crude now. All of a sudden, crude waking up a little bit. Try to hammer up on the day here. We were down lower here at 22.31. We have come back up. All right, so we're a little bit better there. ConocoPhillips trying to pop back up a little bit. Now they kind of just fell back inside. You had the 2 up on the 30, and now it's just kind of going back into the crags. Then you watch the Chevron. Again, they tried to get them moving here. They were green. Now they dropped back inside, so they're in no hurry to go after anything on that. We're looking at that. Looking at home builders, just continues to be garbage. But there has been some news out, and we got more news this week coming. And you got a 2-2 here coming off the bottom of the broadening formation here. Shooter down month, guys. Shooter down quarter. All right, and 2-1 inside. So No going nowhere on those. They might start to firm up. There's a lot of reports coming out on them this week on the economic calendar. All right, so keep an eye on that one. Salesforce really fell apart. I think that Salesforce lost that deal to the Weave. All right, big day down, Puker down. All right, CRWV, they got a deal with Meta. All right, so nice day up here. Now that's even surrendering, coming back down. All right, the Weave has been good. That was the news that came out this morning, popped up to 142.83. It has started to take some profits from there as well. All right, so CRCL, I don't watch this one as much here. This is another one that got up to 298.99. I don't think I ever will see that again. There's possibilities over time, but it's going to take a whole lot of precious time. 2-1 inside on the week. That's all I could say about Circle right now. You got a good actionable signal on a weekly, and you're stuck inside on a oneer here on a 3-1 on the 2 hour, and kind of just chopping up there. Not much to talk about. All right. So Palantir coming right back down right now, taking a 30 back down. As you can see, you just saw it right there, 2-2 back down on Palantir. Microsoft is holding up fairly well. We're talking about the Mag 7 now. All right, so we're 2-1 inside here. Actionable signal on the week. Microsoft actually not looking too horrible here. All right, this pattern here is messy, but it is what it is. It's what it's given us. All right, Amazon, AMZN. Amazon's been down, and it got the 2-2 day up, and they puked it out again. All right, so we've been experiencing a lot of triangling out on Amazon. Right here, crapped out, got it moving, crapped out, got it moved, crapped out, got it moving, boom, here we are down here now. All right, so embrace the look at this thing on the weekly here, right here, the chop. All right, and now you got shooter down on this month pretty heavy. All right, so that could go into force. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so what else here real quick? Jenny and DraftKings. I don't know where DraftKings came from today, but all of a sudden got a real chip on his shoulder today. Down $4.37, down 10% this morning on DraftKings. All right, the VIG is big. That's all we can say about it. The VIG is big. All right, football, soccer, baseball. By the way, we got the Cubs coming out at 2:08 today. That's right. We're in the playoffs. Did he say playoffs? Yeah, he said playoffs. I can't believe he said playoffs. Playoffs. All right. Well, it is since 2016. This will be our first playoff game since 2016. So watch out. We're back. All right. Triple M. Fighting back, man. I got to admit, I'm not surrendering on my industrials. I still think this group will get its act together, but the diamonds, are just, you see it, right? You're not getting any help from the futures. Now, some of them are moving up on their own now, but it's be a hell of a lot easier if you get the indexes moving with it, okay? And that's just the way it is. We know that. So Rapid, some of our cybers have been coming slowly back down again after a nice move. I think utilities are holding up pretty nice here, but energy kind of keeps sputtering out, but XLU seems to be holding up fairly decent, right, on your utilities. All right, so comes back inside on the day. Look for a turnaround on that coming back up on the 3-1. All right, I like that one right now with sitting on the lows of the day here on XLU right now. All right, maybe there's a turnaround there. That thing get that 3-1-2 back up. See if you can't get that those utilities back up and moving here. At least get these diamonds firmed up a little bit. They're just garbage. All right, so all right, we talked about. I don't think we talked about Tesla. Well, it's down. All right, it's 322 back down on the 30-minute. It's really not doing anything. All right. Tesla, somebody put a $490 price target on Tesla. Here's your daily, okay? Chop, 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 chop. Embrace it, all right? It's not fun, all right? But chop, chop, chop. There's Tesla. But you got to keep an eye on them and then wait for them to see if they're going to try to bust out. XLI, I got coming back up here a little bit right now, trying to get actionable signals on. Give me that 312 up on that, up on those industrials and pick these diamonds up. Somebody needs to pick them up. All right, XLV is trying. That's for sure. Doing some heavy lifting today. Got the 3-1 looking nice inside there. That Johnny John just gave up a little bit, but I think that thing's holding up pretty good. All right. That note, I'm going to leave it. Silver starting to come back down a little bit, but it has been just an amazing move. I'm in Honeywell too. Watch Honeywell. It's kind of sitting on the lows right now. See if that thing can turn around and get going here. I got Triple M on the move here a little bit, slightly. All right. I wish I could tell you it was greater. It is what it is. This is what we have. The futures need to get their act together and start making a decision about what they want to do, up or down. Okay, because this chopping is killing us all. All right, so let it be. All right, I'll try to get back again at 12:30. All right, be good.